We are here in the Big Island, and it is Thursday, and it is nighttime for you, but it is not nighttime for us. It is 3 in the afternoon, but home it is 8 p.m., and we are so grateful for all of you joining us. And I have Patty here.
Hi!
And Amanda's here as well. And we are so excited to just walk you through the week that we have had so far. Tonight is the final night, and so we are sad to go, but we are so filled with joy and gratitude for working for this company and having the opportunity to be here. And now the comments are hiding Patty's face, so maybe we could scoot in a little bit. We're like trying to make do with the conditions that we have here. Hello. And we are so grateful for all of you joining us. Hello, Megan. Hello, Mom. Hello, Angela. It is so great to see all of you. And so let's talk about our journey to get here. So obviously we live in Northern Virginia. Hello, Joe. Thank you for joining us. We are in Northern Virginia. So that is a very far trek from here in the Big Island in the Pacific. So we got on a plane really early, and Beth and her husband are so generous, and they made sure that we got there safely. And super early, they picked us up around 4:15, and then we made our way to San Francisco, and then we made our way all the way here to the Big Island, and we then had to freshen up and get checked in and everything, and then we had our welcome dinner, so that was really fun. Yes. And we got to get all the cool swag from doTERRA that they just shower us with gratitude and generosity, and Patty is the one that won this trip, and she brought us to share it with her because we travel together, and Oil Squad is always better together. And so, Patty, we are so grateful that you wanted to share this experience with us. And so tell us a little bit about some of your journey to understanding what it's going to take to earn a trip to here, to Hawaii.
Well, I made a goal last year at a leadership, and I always try to make them when I have an event or anything like that. I always try to make a goal. And then Hiller was with me, and I made a goal with her. I was like, I'm going to win this trip. You're going to come with me.
I'm ready.
And that happened. I always dreamed to come to Hawaii. Hawaii was always in my heart and my bucket list. And then, my kids are so little. I know I couldn't bring my family right now. So that was an amazing opportunity. And then I just, of course, I was doing what I do the most, is sharing with my heart and working hard. And when I saw, oh my God, this is really happening. I've got 50 points. I get 100 points. And then suddenly, whoa, this is really happening. So when you truly believe and you're doing something, you're having fun and you really enjoy to do, and you earn something amazing like this, and you can share with your friends, and it's just a blessing. It's just and plus we have we're gonna talk about more, but we had the sandalwood get to plant the sandalwood tree, and it was like a center trip with the plus the
co-impact
sourcing together. It was thebomb.com. So it was like amazing.
It was amazing. And so when we got here and we got to our hotel and we checked in and we got all of our swag and everything and we went down to the dinner, it was so wonderful because we got to eat traditional Hawaiian cuisine, and they had gluten-free things and vegan things, and they really tried to be in alignment with the purpose of doTERRA, which is health and wellness and incorporating this lifestyle into wherever you are, whether you're traveling or at home. And so it was really neat. So we got to hear from our executive leaders, and they announced all of the winners and the people that had won the trip, and there were different levels of that. And what was really powerful to us, that really resonated, and I wanted to make sure that we shared that with you, is that the person who won the big grand prize, the person that received the most points to qualify for this trip, has only been with doTERRA for 11 months. And it's any rank, anyone of any demographic, regardless of whatever background you come from, everybody is on an equal playing field when it comes to earning the trip. And so that makes it really special, because it means that everybody can do this. So we invite you. This is an invitation that we want you to be with us next year, because we're manifesting that we're going to be there. We're going to be wherever doTERRA decides to announce. They usually announce it at Leadership in March. So when the announcement is made, we want you to get your bumper in gear and share from your heart and soul the power of these oils and the power of this lifestyle, so that you can be here too, because it's not only self-care and vacation and doTERRA spoiling us for all the hard work we do every single day, spreading this message of joy and the power of these tools, but it is also an opportunity to participate in the co-impact sourcing trip. And today we got to participate in the Healing Hands Foundation opportunity. So we welcomed, we ate, we were exhausted, and then after we were awake for 27 hours, then we got nestled into our beds, we had the diffusers pumping, and then we woke up the next day at 4:45 because we went up to the Sandalwood Reserve, the mountain reserve, and that's where we got to plant the sandalwood. So I posted lots of details about that the other day, so if you want to catch back up with that, you can go to my Instagram or Facebook to get more details on that. But it was really an awesome opportunity because we were, so we drove about an hour and change from the hotel, and we went from there to the base of the mountain, and then we were transported in buses, and then from there we were transported into vans, and we were taken in the vans from the base of the mountain all the way up to the Sandalwood Reserve, and that's where and that was a pretty bumpy ride. So we were huffing peppermint, we were huffing all the oils and trying to make sure that we didn't lose our lunch, and that was another about an hour drive. And so we're kind of like, wow, we're in the middle of nowhere, but it felt really cool and reverent because you're in parts of the world that are untouched, and you can see that. And unfortunately, these sandalwood farms were completely ravaged. They were completely farmed with horrible, improper farming practices, and all of the trees and all of the land was just completely ravaged, and it was not the right type of environment for these sandalwood trees to grow. So doTERRA came in 2018, and they purchased 10,000 acres of land, and 9,000 of those acres are protected by a conservation easement, which means that no one else can do anything with that land other than doTERRA. So that was really powerful. And so we were greeted by this group of elementary and, high school and college students, and they sung songs, and they chanted, and they blessed the land, they blessed our presence there, they blessed the seeds and the sandalwood trees, that they would grow nice and strong for future generations. And it was a really powerful moment because the spot where we're seeing Mauna Loa right in front of us with the clouds, and then behind us was a mountain with snow caps, and that was really cool. And the clouds parted, and the people that were there welcoming us, the locals, were saying how incredible of an opportunity this was to say, hey, the land is welcoming you. The clouds are parting, and they're saying it is now time to share space in this land together. So that was really amazing. Yes. Do you want to share any of your thoughts?
I think it was really, the ceremony was, I think, the most touch part of the trip, because it was like you asking permission to touch the soil, right? Yeah. To plant the tree. So you ask for permission, because most of the time we don't think about how we treat everything around us, the nature. Yeah. And then that was like a really you really have to ask permission for that. And then it's just to be, thinking about you never gonna open even any oil or even more bottle of sandalwood the same way, because I know how hard it is for these people to plant these trees. It's just amazing. It's just mind blowing. It's just so special, and it's so good to be a part of this. So good. So be here.
Yeah, you got to be here. And Amanda, did you want to share anything about your experience up there on the mountain?
It just reminded me when we were planting, with all the rocks and stuff. We thought it was hard in Virginia with all of our rocks. We had to dig to find some dirt. So it was really interesting to see that these plants are, growing and taking over the volcanic rock and all of that fun stuff. So they really work hard for their lives, and so it was really interesting to do that as well.
And then after we planted, so each of us got to plant a sandalwood tree and then a koa tree. Yeah. And they explained to us how sandalwood is hemiparasitic, which means when sandalwood is going to grow nice and healthy, it relies on nutrients from plants around it. And so when you plant these two plants next to each other, they have this amazing relationship, and it was so moving for me because we are a team and we come together, and even though technically, yes, we're all building our own businesses, we're all under the same team. And so it was really a cool metaphor and a way to actually symbolize, as we're planting these trees in the ground in their own locations, how they need each other. And that is so powerful to me, because for the next 15 years, 30 years, the plants that Beth and I and Patty and Amanda planted together are all in alignment with each other in a row. And that is so beautiful and emotional and cool to think about. But as you apply that to your life and you think about, hey, wow, this is a really great way for me to conceptualize the fact that I can't do this alone. I can't run my business alone. Patty can't run her business alone. Amanda can't run her business alone. She can't share all of these tools and all of this wellness that we provide without support from each other, without knowledge and resources and tools and education and all these pieces coming together. And so for us, it was really special to share this experience as a team and be there and just experience the joy and being on that sacred land together and know the impact it's making, not only for the community of the Big Island, but for the world, because this is where sandalwood is farmed and where it is harvested. So after that, we went back into the buses, and then we trekked a little bit farther down to the nursery, where we got to see how they harvest the seeds from the sandalwood trees, and then they propagate those, and they had all of these cool nettings, and I'm not sure all the terminology, but they had the garden people there that were talking about how they have the seeds, and then they cultivate the seeds, and they watch every little step of the way of those seeds being sprouted and grown, and then once they're tall enough, then they get planted into the ground. And so as we were driving down the mountain further, we saw rows and rows and rows of sandalwood in different stages. And in 2018, when doTERRA had acquired the land, they invited the Blue Diamonds and Presidential Diamonds on their summit trip to come and plant trees. And then this year, the week before we arrived, the Blue Diamonds and Presidentials had their summit, and then they also got to come up and plant more trees. So it's cool that as a company, we are in the dirt, we're in the weeds, we're grounding, we're in the ground, we're getting more grounded, but it's also an opportunity for us to really see where these plants are harvested from, with the integrity of the company, and how they are so grateful for doTERRA being there to give back to their community, because that means once these crops are stabilized, this is an opportunity for the island of Hawaii to receive that impact. The land, it's a blessing to the people, and it's blessing everyone around the world who wants sandalwood to use in a therapeutic way. So that was really incredible. And then after that, so after that, we got to just do our own thing, right?
Yeah,
so we got back, and it's a long day, and so we ate lunch, and then we came back and changed for dinner, and then our upline, Rebecca and Shane Hinsey, invited us to dinner with them. Everyone from our large team that came on the trip, we all got to eat dinner together, and there was a very special guest, so maybe you'd want to talk about that.
Well, first of all, when we got there, we were the first ones, and then, of course, and then Shane told us we have a surprise, and then Hillary and I talked about, oh God, it must be Emily, right? Hope so.
We manifested it.
Yeah, we manifest together. And sure enough, she showed up, and it was amazing. Got to meet her, and she sat on the table. She talked with us, like as simple as she could be, and then you can see that you're not just a part of a company. You really, there's so much heart, there's so much love. What we do, it's not just the oils, it's just the people. It's just amazing. It's just amazing what we do, and then we got to get earn things, amazing things, and we got to connect with. I think another thing that I was gonna mention about the farm, it's not the connection that we create.
Right.
While we're doing this together, and with all these people that we get to meet, and we get to meet the owners, and then get together with the people that's really high up, and you just like you can be there too, and just amazing. And Emily Ryan was like, I'm a fun girl.
She was in love with you. She was like, oh, Pat, you're amazing. Yes. Like,
and I was like,
a fun moment. It was awesome.
And I've so many times I saw her before, and I didn't have the opportunity. And guess what? She came to us. We didn't have to chase her down.
Well, because at these events, people line up to talk to her, because she's like a humanitarian. She's like Mother Teresa. She is so gentle, but when she looks at you, she's staring into your soul. I mean, I tell everyone, when you've had an Emily Wright experience, you feel touched by an angel, because you're just like, oh my God, it's Emily. Oh my God. And I'm not a fangirl type of person, but she really is such an amazing human being that cares so deeply about other people and about her purpose and her mission, that it's really powerful when she is talking with you and she's connecting with you in that way. And I got to chat with her in Mexico last year, And she said something about curly hair, and so of course that became like our bond instantly. And I was like, Emily, let's have a heart to heart. Okay, I would love to see your hair curly. Let's do that. And she's like, well, how do you do it? And I was like, with the glaze and whatever. And so then when I saw her and she came to our dinner, that was my little icebreaker. I said, Emily, I'm so proud of you that you're rocking your curls. This is like truly amazing. But normally at events, people line up to talk to her. Like, it's like she can't even eat her meal because there's literally a line back there, and it's like a receiving line at a wedding. People are just waiting to shake her hand and touch her and feel her energy. And so that was really special, that it was such a stripped down, raw way that we just got to connect with her for hours at our dinner, just us at the table, asking her what it's like being a grandmother for the first time, and what it's like to do this or that, and how she talked about going skydiving in Oahu, and what her favorite forms of self-care were, and just talking to her like a friend was really, really special. So, and then we talked about, Shane was saying that like I do videos or whatever, and so she said she's not into DIY, so she really appreciates people that do DIYs, and so she said that they're working on some cleaning supplies, more like on trend, and green cleaning things in the future. So that's your little inside nugget. You probably haven't heard that from anyone else except me, so keep that tight and don't share that. It's our little secret, our little Periscope secret. But that was really special to connect with her, and she's just an amazing person, but she's just a person like all of us. There's no difference. It's just that she has this huge passion and this huge mission for what she does, and she gets to facilitate that for us. So we were able to thank her and say thank you for facilitating these opportunities for us to grow, for us to expand, and for us to really feel connected to the company, that now we don't look at a bottle of sandalwood the same way, because we know how it's farmed, we know how it's distilled, and we got to go to the distillery, which is brand new. They used to distill the sandalwood. They would ship the sandalwood chips to Oahu. And so now the distillery is open. And so yesterday they bottled the very first batch of sandalwood from doTERRA's very own distillery, which is really powerful because you're taking out the middleman. You're taking out any other stuff, and it's in-house. And that's really exciting. It's not only in-house, but it's on site of the farm. So you've got the farm, you've got the nursery, and you've got the distillery all there in one. So, Amanda, any other nuggets you want to share about that?
They're able to watch it like the
Yeah.
whole time, which is really cool and really special, because with other essential oils, it's like you don't know if you don't see the oil at all times. It's like you have to test it several times to make sure of its purity. So
Yeah.
it's really good that they're able to have it on site and then they can watch the whole time.
And the commitment, like I think she was saying that the guy that does the distillation process, he doesn't sleep during the days that they're distilling.
There.
He's like watching it all, and like all the little chemical things, and they're testing it out. And another cool thing that they shared too is that one of the other crops, Nio, I think that crop, Nio, it's being tested right now. So they're experimenting and looking at it under a microscope to see what the chemical constituents are and how doTERRA can harness that for therapeutic properties. So that's going to be something really cool down the pike. So if you've not heard that yet from anyone that's attended, if you're following along with other people on the trip, that is something that is going to be really cool. So they're going to analyze it and assess it. Like, for example, lavender has a high element of linalool. And linalool is a chemical constituent that makes the body feel relaxed and calm and eases anxious feelings. So when they look at other oils under a microscope that have chemical constituents like linalool, like petitgrain, for example, why we call that like the manly lavender, because petitgrain has a high amount of linalool also. So when the scientists are looking at an oil from under the microscope from the chemical makeup of it, they can say, okay, this is something, we know what these chemical constituents do in the brain and in the body. So if we know that an oil has linalool, high elements of linalool, then we know we can harness that for soothing properties, reducing anxious feelings, calming down, maybe for sleep. So it's really exciting to be more inside this process. And by coming on this trip, it's not just a vacation where we're all sitting by the beach all day long. We're serving, we're showing up, we are learning, we're growing, we're contributing, we're taking ownership of our business, we're taking ownership of what we want to get out of doTERRA, but then we also get to show up in this big way for the co-impact sourcing initiatives and then for the Healing Hands project as well. So then that brings us to yesterday, Wednesday. And that was Wellness Day. So Patty's going to talk a little bit about our self-care day, because you work hard, but you also need to balance and honor your body too. So Patty's going to talk a little bit about that.
So these beautiful ladies took me to the spa it was 50
It was
minutes of
wonderful.
massage. It was like, oh my god, I need this so bad.
It was so zen.
It was just to spend the day just really being chill and not worrying about all the million things we do
Yeah.
during the day, the autopilot, right? Things, and then we really concentrate ourselves in our bodies, in our wellness, and really in ourselves. And then it was really good. And then one of the things that I love the most is just like if I would come by myself or maybe just me and Hillary, it wouldn't be fun, but it would be that much fun because it's so good to be together with some high vibe people and meet other people too. But yesterday was like I've been a spas before, but it was so special. The spa was just amazing. The massage was amazing. They were using the Terra oils, of course.
Yeah.
And we got to chill in the hot tub, and then later we just had lunch, and then we went to the pool, sat by the pool. It was cold as ice.
It was a little chilly, yeah. That was a polar bear plunge. We did it
We
though.
were strong.
We do hard
We
things.
did it. And it's just walk around, and then later we went to dinner, and then we went to the trains that we were able to watch a few trains that I don't know if we will talk about later, but we got to connect to so many cool people, and it's just just walking by somebody like Dr. Marisa or somebody like this, somebody like, oh my god, these people are real.
Yeah.
They're here with us. And then not thinking that you don't need to be a presidential diamond, you don't need to be a blue diamond, a silver to be here.
Yeah.
Anybody can be here. You work for and you put, make a goal, make a dream a goal, and then you can become a reality. So this was really special, and I'm really grateful for them because they didn't have to do that because I invited from my heart, and it was just amazing, really amazing.
And one of the other things that we got to do, I didn't mention it on Tuesday night, but so Tuesday night and Wednesday night, every incentive trip, they offer this business training, which is really amazing. And what they do is they have the top leaders from the company, Presidential Diamonds, they do these evening chats. And so they cover a topic that's, something in their swim lane that's really their specialty. And it gives us an opportunity to choose where we want to go and listen to some of these conversations. So the first night we got to listen to Teresa Harding. She's, I think, a triple diamond. I'm not exactly sure, but she's like a founding member of the company. And then last night we got to hear from Natalie and Andy Goddard, and they are both Teresa Harding and the Goddards are in our upline. So they're like Mama Bear and Papa Bear, like at the very top. And they started with the company when it began, and so they've made the mistakes, they've learned, they've grown. Amanda, any nuggets that you want to share? What Teresa talked about? She talked about the compensation plan, and then Natalie and Andy talked about like leadership and kind of builders and helping cultivate that. So, any nuggets?
Yeah. They went into depth about the compensation plan, which is really hard to talk about without like a picture, but we can share that if you guys want that later. But I just enjoyed listening to how like they shared their screw-ups like along the way.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, good.
Oh, they done that.
And doTERRA's here to help. So if anything happens along the way, like reach out for help because even the best of us have done it. So that was interesting to hear.
And there's so many resources that doTERRA has, and they share from their heart. Like, they're on a vacation too. They earned this trip. They don't have to spend their evening pouring into us and educating us, and they provide these free trainings and opportunities to share. And it is really special to get to learn from them in an intimate setting. There were only, I would say, maybe 20 or 30 people in each room. So we really got one-on-one time to just work through and kind of unpack some of these things. And a lot of people don't really understand how the compensation plan works, and it's very generous. And my favorite part about it is that you can't put food on someone else's table if you don't have food on your own. And so the idea of doTERRA, one of doTERRA's really important missions is the idea that they want to be the company that brings the most number of people out of debt. Because when you have the ability to give to others, you can make that blessing exponential. But if you can't put food on your own table, you can't be charitable to anyone. And so I love how she tried to help people kind of demystify some of the elements in the compensation plan. So that was really exciting. And then last night we got to chat with Natalie and Andy and just kind of talking about the structure of your team and leadership skills, and really like how communication and how having clear expectations is really, really important. Because like I said, yes, we're all on the same team, but truthfully, Amanda and Patty, they're building their own businesses. I'm building a business. We're all sharing this journey together and as a team. And so it's really a great opportunity to connect with them. So we got to do that last night and the night before that. And then today we got to wake up and participate in the service project for Healing Hands, where we were filling backpacks with self-care supplies, personal care supplies, school supplies, and all of these things that will go into backpacks. And we got to write handwritten notes to the children in crisis. So elementary school, middle school, and high school children that are either in the foster care program here on the islands, or children in crisis, or children that are recently displaced and they're kind of in transition. And they said a lot of these kids, they go from house to house with a trash bag. They don't have a backpack. They don't have a duffel bag. They don't have anything. They literally don't have anything. So being able to give them the blessing of this backpack that's really nice and sturdy, with toothpaste and with hand cleaner and with the body wash and shampoo and with markers and a paint set, like all of these really cool things that you take for granted that we have in abundance, you know, and it's really special. So they had 3 different executive representatives or people from these different organizations, and they were sharing with us that they work for the Department of Social Services and they deliver the backpacks by hand. So these go directly to the children on the island. And I think there were 300 backpacks for one group and then 200 backpacks for the other. And so they're relief kits, hygiene things, books, entertainment, like little crossword puzzles, little coloring books and pens, and paint sets, and really nice things. So that was really special. That really filled our soul, and it helps us feel like we're contributing to the purpose and the mission of the company. So, and then we enjoyed lunch and just have some relaxation time. And then the dinner tonight will be the final farewell, and then we all head home tomorrow. So it's really special. Any one of you that's watching this that wants to share this lifestyle has equal opportunity to earn this trip. And what I also love is that you can earn this trip in many ways. You can enroll a bunch of people. You can enroll some people that maybe don't stay consistent with their ordering, or you can enroll just a very small few number of people and they're very consistent. And that just comes because you're earning points toward the trip for various things, like when they place their wellness box order each month, and when they get started with you and with the kit, you're getting points for that. So if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to Patty, you can reach out to Amanda or me, and we can help clarify any of those things for you. But the takeaway is that you can do doTERRA however it resonates with you, in your own time, in your own pace, and that's really, really special, and that's something I really love about the company. And we love sharing with you, you know, highlights and some photos, just so that we can keep you informed of what we're doing when we're here. And so we're excited. The qualification period for 2021 begins March 1st, and at Leadership in Phoenix in the middle of the month, they will announce where that is going to be. So definitely keep an eye on the doTERRA communications and their Facebook page and their Instagram and all of that. If anyone has any questions, let us know. You can always reach out to us, of course. But we just felt compelled to share with you while we were here, while everything is fresh in our mind, just how much of an impact we can make. And if you don't think you can make a difference, you are not in the right career path. You're not doing something that is serving your highest good or the highest good of others. If you don't truly feel like the work you're doing is making an impact, you can do that in doTERRA, and that is such a joy. So any other kind of takeaways that you wanted to share before we go?
No, just set a goal and just work hard and spread the love and spread the oils, because it just happened natural. You know, it's like it was just such a blessing. I didn't like sometimes like, oh, I push really hard. No, it happened because I work hard anyways, and it was just a blessing to earn something for working hard. You know, working hard and do the things that I love the most. So it was just a dream that became a goal and became true. You know, and it was just amazing. It was just amazing. So if I earn it, you can do it too.
And Patty has twins, and she's
3
got
kids.
an older son, and
Another job.
she also works full time. So if you feel like you don't have the time, it's just a choice that you don't. It's just not something that's a priority right now, and that's okay. That's totally okay. But we got to make it like a mini Oil Squad retreat because the 4 of us are here together, and it's just been really special. So Amanda, any other final thoughts from you?
No, that's awesome. It's I'm good to like chat with other people in doTERRA who are kind of the same ranks as us as well, and just hear what's going on in their business and like learn tips and give tips. And so it's been a really unique experience, and I'm really grateful for having us.
Yes, you're so fancy. And
Beth is here too.
Yes.
Behind the scenes.
Mama Bear Beth. And you know what's also really cool too is that we got to connect with people from other markets. So we actually were able to speak with her name's Grace, and she is in our cross line, and she works in the China market for doTERRA. So it's really special because for years we've been really trying to manifest just meeting somebody in that market we can learn, because they have very different products than we do. Their laws are different. They have like liquid lifelong vitality pack. They have different things that we do, and so it's really special to be able to connect with them and learn from the products that they have and hear about their culture and just kind of soak that up, but also create partnerships where now we're following each other on social media and we're able to just learn from them and share. And I was sharing some tips that I implement for wellness consults and helping my new customers really feel like they can leverage these products in a way that really serves them, where they feel confident using them, they have the tools they need to use them, and it's really awesome, it's really effective for them when you stay in touch with them and when you have that emotional connection with them, regardless of geography. So whether you're in China or you're in England or Alaska or Brazil, you know, we connect through video chat, and that is a really powerful tool to be able to connect where it feels like we're having coffee or tea or we're having lunch, we're at the beach together, right? You're with us, we're a world away, we're halfway around the world, and we can still connect with you like we do normally on every other Thursday night. It doesn't matter, right? That we are far away and far apart. So it's really cool to be able to have those relationships. And now, when we've long gone, we're going to still maintain those. We're friends on Facebook and Instagram, and we can share tips and suggestions. So it was really awesome to connect with them, and we are so grateful to have a good enough connection. Hopefully it comes through clear that we got to share this with you. So if you have any questions about any of these things we talked about doTERRA, if you watch this and you aren't using oils yet and you want to, please reach out to any one of us, and we would be so grateful to support you, and it would be an honor to do that. If you have business questions, we offer business coaching as well, so you can reach out and inquire about that. You can always catch up on anything you might have missed. You can go to my YouTube channel or the recent section of my Periscope and catch everything I've ever shared. That is yours for the taking. So we are going to sign off and get back to the fresh air, and then get ready for the farewell dinner later this evening. And we are leaving with so much excitement, so much momentum, so much joy and gratitude for the opportunity to be in alignment with this company and to have such incredible relationships with each other. Like, I am so grateful for all the opportunities that we have to connect together on this trip. It's been really incredible, and we'll never forget it. And a piece of us is left here too, in those sandalwood roots.
We'll be back in 15 years.
Yeah, we're going to be back to check on them. So we are going to say goodbye, but thank you for joining us, and we will see you later. Actually, my next broadcast will be Thursday, February 13th, so I will see you then. And we are so grateful for you, and we can't wait to connect with you when we are back home. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.